We're recording. So the sum of three consecutive integers is 117. And the way you do that one is...
39.
Is that the answer? 39. But did you set up an algebraic equation to do it there, Blake?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you tell me what the algebraic equation was?
Wrong.
Go ahead.
What is x times 3 equals 107?
No. If the first integer is x, what would be the next integer? X plus 1, right? What? I wasn't looking. X plus, the next integer is going to be x plus 1 if it's consecutive integer. What's the next integer going to be? X plus 2, okay? And that equals 117. We should be able to do this. All right? This you will have on a test. How many x's do I have altogether? 3 x's. How many numbers do I have altogether? 3. So you have 3x plus 3 equals 117. You subtract 3 from both sides, and you get 3x equals 114. 114. Then what do I have to do? Divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. And I get x equals 30 what? 38. So there's one integer. What's the next integer after that? What's the next consecutive integer after 38? Britt? 39 and then 40. Okay?
But why do you have 39 and 40?
40. All right. So with this one, I even set up the table for you. Okay? Rate times time equals distance. And I said that if your rate is r, and your brother's rate, since he goes 4 miles per hour faster, his rate is going to be r plus 4. Okay? The time in both cases is you start at noon and you go until 2 p.m. How many hours is that? 2 hours, right? And both people go 2 hours. Now this is a little bit different in that if you think about what's happening, okay, here's you go this way, right? And your brother, from places that are 52 miles apart, and your brother goes this way, right? And together, that distance is, from here to here, is 52 miles, right? Okay, so how far did you go? What's your distance in terms of r? What's r times 2? How do you write that algebraically? 2r. Thanks. Okay? And algebraically, I write your brother's distance as 2 times r plus 4. You guys understand that? Okay? Now together, they have gone 52 miles. So I have to find a way of putting this together into an equation. Okay? So how do I put this and this into an equation? Are they equal to each other? No. They're not equal to each other. Britt? Yes. 2r plus 4. What do you mean? Here? I don't think so. Because his rate is r. And his rate is 4 faster than us. But you know that 2r plus 2 times r plus 4. Okay? This guy is gone. Here's you. You have gone 2r. Right? That's your distance right there. Here's your brother. He has gone 2 times r plus 4. So when I add those two things together, what should I get? Justin?
2r plus 2r plus 2.
Yeah, but what could I put on this side of the equation? How far do they tell me they've gone? hello, 52 miles goes over here. You see that? Okay? Because when I add this guy's distance, which is 2r, and this guy's distance, which is 2r plus 4, I can get the total distance, which is 52. Now I do the algebra, okay? 2r, I distribute this, I get plus 2r plus 8 equals 52. I combine my r terms, which gives me 4r plus 8 equals 52. Okay. Finn says it. So what you do is you subtract 8 from both sides. Okay. So he said just subtract 52 from 8. That goes away. You get 4r equals 44. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. And like Vince said, you are going 11. So how fast is your brother going if you're going 11 mph? What's r plus 4? 15. 15 mph. So they said find the two rates. One guy is going 11. One guy is going 15. Okay? Is that hard? Not that hard. Okay? Again. 13. This is one of your homework problems. An airplane travels from New Orleans, Louisiana to Atlanta, Georgia at an average rate of 230 miles an hour. The airplane then returns an average rate of 280. Total time is 3. Define a variable for the right expression for the travel time from Atlanta to New Orleans. Write an expression for the travel time from Atlanta to New Orleans, 280 miles an hour. So it says the total travel time. Okay, so we're going to have to do this. First I'm going to have to make that rectangle again. Where's my rectangle? There we go. I should have this saved somewhere. I'm going to draw in the lines. Same type thing. Okay. Not very pretty rectangle, we're just going to have to do. Okay. The airplane flies from, so we'll call this the going trip, and we'll call this the return trip. And we have a rate, and then we have a time. Uh-oh. Time, that's a T. That's a T. That's a T. That's a T. T. Let me try one more. T. And that's a D. Okay. What's the rate going? What's the rate going? Yes, Jordan?
320.
320. Very nice. Okay. What's the rate returning? 280. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit difficult. Define a variable for the flying time from New Orleans to Atlanta. So let's just call that, it doesn't give me a specific time, so we're going to call this T. Okay? What would be the rest of the trip if he takes T hours going? Remember I told you this yesterday? How many hours would we spend returning? Huh? Yes, everyone knows. 3 minus T, right? Remember, if I have $5 in my pocket, I give away $2. How much do I have left? 5 minus 2, or $3. So if I have T dollars in my pocket, that's wrong then. Not 3 minus T. Yeah, 3 minus T. 3 minus T. I have 3 hours in my pocket. I give away T hours. I have left 3 minus T hours. Okay? So now I could write an expression, 320T, 320T. And over here, I have 280 times 3 minus T. And now what I have to figure out is a way to relate them. Do I add them? Do I make them equal? What do I do with them? Okay? One guy went this way. 9. Good to go. 9 now.
You got blue.
Okay. So you have two airplanes. One airplane's going this way, and we go to New Orleans, right? Then they return. Have they both gone the same distance? Yes. So what do I know about this and this? They're equal. 320t equals 280 times 3 minus t. Okay? And now we're going to simplify. 320t equals 280 times 3. Anyone do that in your head? Very good. You did that in your head? Good. Okay. 840 minus, you have to multiply this times t, so it's minus 280t. Okay? Now it just becomes an algebra problem. Who can tell me what I do to both sides? Catherine. Very good. Okay? You add 280t to both sides. Nick said that too. Nick's right with us too. Okay? 280t. Okay? And these go away. And I get, what's that, 600? 600 TU. It looks like the numbers are going to be nice to it. Equals 840. And then I divide both sides by 600. Okay? And you can use your calculator. I don't like using calculators, so I'm going to reduce that to 84/60ths. I'm going to reduce that again to 42/30ths. I'm going to reduce that again to 6 goes into both of there. 6 goes in there, 7. 6 goes 7/5, which is 1 2/5 hours. Okay? And or 1 hour. How many minutes are there in 2/5 of an hour? Anyone know? Yes. A fifth of an hour. Is that right? A fifth of an hour is 12. No, that'd be, yeah. A fifth of an hour is 12 minutes, so that'd be 24 minutes. Very good. Okay? So that's 1 hour and 24 minutes. Now, if you don't do that and you just put 1 2/5 hours or 1.4 hours, we would mark it wrong. Okay? So 1.4 hours or 1 hour and 24 minutes. And then it says, write and solve an equation to find the flying time from New Orleans to Atlanta. Did we do that? Did we answer the question? Yeah, okay. So just to, if we had another question that said, how long did the return flight take? Could someone tell me that? How long did the return flight take? What's 3 minus 1 2/5? What's that? 1 and something fifths. How many fifths? What's 5 fifths minus 2/5? 1 3/5. So the return flight took 1. They didn't ask us that question, but if I needed to know, the return flight took us 1 3/5 hours, which makes sense because this guy's going slower than this guy, right?
Well, they could have asked that question.
They could have very well asked that
Oftentimes they do.
question. Yeah, a lot of times they do. And the end. So let's stop this.